All right, everyone. So in my last video, you guys saw my crash and heard my explanation and my breakdown of everything. This is gonna be an update video on that. It's gonna be super short. There's not gonna be a whole lot to it, but it'll let you guys know where I'm at in the process. So I got the car evaluated at a body shop. I personally do not have the skills, the abilities, the tools, the space, or the time to do extensive work like that myself. I just can't, between my job, my family, and then I just don't have the skills, I don't have the time to acquire them. So the estimate came back at $26,000, which is above my threshold for fixing it. My threshold was $15,000 and under, I was gonna fix it. $20,000 and over, I was gonna not fix it and find another thing to do with it. And in between, I had a decision to make. Well, it was obviously over. So I did some deep thinking on it, and I decided I didn't want this car just to go to a junkyard just to get it completely parted out unless that was absolutely necessary. So what I've done is I've sold it for a very good price to a good friend of mine, Justin Goodell. I'm gonna link below his YouTube channel. He does a lot of fabrication work. He can do body work himself. He's built multiple Hondas up and he's got an incredible turbocharged track CRX he's built. He's got another S2000. He's really good at this stuff. And he's really the right person to be the next owner for this car because he is gonna have the knowledge, skills, and ability to get it back on track if at all possible. So his basic plan is to make it a track car to complement his street S2000. But I'm not gonna spoil too much of his stuff. Again, there's gonna be a link below to his channel and his introduction video on it. And you can go, and I encourage anyone watching this to go follow him and follow it. I know I'm gonna be following his progress with it, and I'm very excited to see what he does with it. In the meantime, my family is in the process of moving to San Antonio, Texas. We're from the Albuquerque area in New Mexico. I have a lead on a car in San Antonio, and I've been in touch with the owner. It is another S2000, and it is a very fast and very capable S2000. Not gonna give too much more information than that for now until things get a little more solidified, but there might be another S2000 coming in the very near future to replace it. Additionally, I have pulled the Öhlins suspension and the Volk wheels off my car. If I end up with this one I have a lead on, I will be selling those. If not, these will be held on to potentially go on to another S2000. So that's where we stand on the car. That's where we are situation-wise. It does break my heart. It took me a bit to build up the courage to make this video. Courage isn't the right word, the fortitude, I guess, because I had that car for 15 years. If you go to onto my main channel page, you'll see an intro video that includes a basic rundown of the history of that car. But I bought it while I was in college, my junior year, after the Acura RSX Type S I'd been driving was hit by a drunk driver. And it started out stock, bought it for $11,000 with 66,000 miles on it. It's an 01, this was in 2009, before Honda announced they're discontinuing the car. And it went from being a stock daily driver to an STR autocross car to from being a daily driver to being just a weekend toy and track and autocross car. And then in recent years, the focus shifted from autocross to track. So that's kind of where I'm at on that. That was kind of the basic history of the car, but that's the car that my wife and I drove away from our wedding in. That was a car that I've driven across country in, that I've done track days, I've gone over. It really meant a lot to me. So it was very important to me that this car not just be a part out, not just go to a U-Pick yard or whatever, but that it go to someone who might be able to do something with it. So that's my friend Justin. Again, I encourage you to follow his channel. I will link that below. Thank you.